Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. This is going to be a Twin Flame Divine Love update. I wasn't going to do this week in this new moon because I feel like, and I've gotten the message pretty repeatedly this week, that the divine is actually wanting us to be in that nothingness zone right now and not really see what's ahead of us on purpose, so that we surrender to the journey and so that we go within, right? But I did pick a card, and there was a pile that was twin flame related, and so I'm gonna do a brief, I say brief, but you know how that is, video on the twin flame energy in this new moon and in the week coming up. And I really would love for this to be like an empowering message as opposed to like focusing on the union energy, because I feel like that is what is coming up for us. And so I'm just going to clear, I'm going to light this sage a little bit. I'm going to clear the energy. I'm going to set the intention that this is a reading done unconditional love for Source and the angels and the guides 5D and above to use me as a clear channel to Source, to benefit the collective, to channel messages for the divine feminines, divine masculines that connect to my higher self and the higher collective as well. And just clear the space here. If you're feeling any kind of dense energies this week, or you're feeling like doubting the journey, just take a deep breath, inhale, exhale. This is intended to be an empowering message for us related to this journey and to our progress on a soul level, okay? So I'm gonna, for the theme of the reading, I'm going to pick an Isis card. I think her energy is very prevalent at this time. I recently bought this Vice Versa Tarot that I'm going to use for the 3D messages. And there's a lot of angst in that deck, and so I was called to also use this deck for this message. So we got the Eye of Horus, Awakening Divine Perception. So be sure, like I said, when I was clearing these energies, I feel like the collective needs to clear their energy. Make sure that you're doing that, that you're focusing on yourself, that you're embodying unconditional love, that you're forgiving, and that you're moving back into your heart's perception, right? So, awakening divine perception. The Eye of Horus brings divine perception, protection, and insight. You are gifted with certain spiritual abilities, including divine insight, that are awakening and growing now. You have much divine support and protection, so you may grow your abilities and serve others with your divine gifts, right? Focus on your mission. Trust your perception and know that you are divinely protected, right? So again, clear your energies, call on your guides and angels and your higher power to protect, and know that this is a time for working on mission and ourselves, right? So the Oracle of the Eye of Horus is a stamp of divine encouragement, approval, and protection. If you have been wondering about your divine path, about whether you have genuine gifts of healing and insight to share, about whether your inner perception is actually true insight, and whether you will be protected spiritually in certain matters or situations, this oracle is confirmation for you. You also have guidance here that your inner sight is expanding yet again, taking a turn on a higher twist of the spiral of perception. These are the gifts of higher clairvoyance, pure knowing, divination, and divine communion. And they all flow in truth from the fountain of the heart, which is so funny. I was just saying that, right? Get into your heart's perception. You can expect these gifts to grow, and as a result to see with even more detachment, accuracy, and clear knowing. It is important that you trust this inner sight and come from your heart. This will ensure that your sight is accurate and helpful. Inner sight will never judge or harm another, but it will certainly help you discern the underlying truth of situations and relationships so you can make wise decisions. This oracle is confirmation that you have spiritual gifts of healing and perception that can serve your own life path and that of others when you use them from love. Trust that Horus will protect you as you move forward on your path, and that opportunities will come at the perfect time. The divine sun will shine on you, gifting you with your time in the sun. So have faith, beloved. This oracle is confirmation that the divine is looking out for you and will guide and protect you through your intuition. Your inner voice will tell you everything you need to know in a timely manner. Finally, this oracle is also an indicator of a triumph over darker energies and emotions. Whether you have been struggling with psychological darkness, unfulfilling habits, patterns of subversive or undermining behavior within yourself, or from toxic relationship patterns with others, or with organizations or groups within society, Know that you will triumph, and the sun, the truth, the light will prevail. Pray for protection, clear insight, and trust your inner guidance. You will triumph in light over any darkness. Your success and growth are assured. Wow. And it's so funny. I set the intention for this to be an empowering message, and that's exactly what this is about. This card as the root of this reading is really, really important, because it's speaking of, again, the fact that whatever lower level energies we've been encountering on the path, or whatever distractions or tower moments, just understand that there is a greater purpose. They're developing our psychic gifts. It's giving room for healing that is needed on this path. And that you're on this path because you have spiritual gifts of healing that are going to be useful to you and useful to others. So go within and really trust the messages that you're getting, even if that means just to take a pause and surrender the journey at this time, right? So I'm going to pick an Akashic Tarot card just to know what's going on Akashically for the collective right now. You know, what are we collectively shifting through or transcending on this journey of unconditional love and understanding and ascension? I'm just going to get one card. I mean, it really depends. Maybe two. Wow, and they're so similar, guys. How funny is that? Whoa. Whoa, guys. So I'm going to take the 3 cards that came out, and then I'm going to read the bottom of the deck. So we got Add Some, and it's a 22 card, which is a master number. Again, if you're seeing 222, I've been seeing it so much. It's and if you watch Aluna, guys, if you're seeing a lot of synchronicities, Aluna has this great tip, Aluna Ash 9D, where she says to program them. Like, use this, such a powerful manifestation time, and all of us are so high. A lot of us are merging into this higher vibrational state. Program your numbers, okay? So I'm gonna give you for 222, you know, these partnerships and alliances, right? You know, you can say, you know, the 222 activation. Thank you, universe, for bringing balance to my relationships and partnerships. And this is the theme Akashically, bringing balance to this connection, to this path, to your ascension. You're being guided. A lot of us are clairaudient, clairsentient. You are feeling the elemental energy. You are feeling your ancestor energy. You are feeling, this seems like an ancestor too, the ascended masters, the angels. You are feeling all of this. You are learning. You are learn, just like the Eye of Horus, Awakenings of My Perception. You are in a time of learning, of gaining spiritual knowledge, of ascending and bringing into balance these partnerships and these connections to the spiritual, right? And wow, it really gave me so much energy to see these cards pop out. So I'm excited because I did a personal reading this week, and I do them for me, you know, like weekly, and one of these cards came out, so it's gonna be really interesting. So the first card that came out was the 5 of Forces, which is, you know, the 5 of water. And, you know, in the regular tarot, the 5 of Cups is, you know, a card of disappointment sometimes, a card of change, of emotional change, of, you know, emotional integration, about focusing not on the cups that have fallen, but focusing on the cups that are still there, the 2 of Cups that are still standing. And, you know, so relevant to this journey. Summer, winter may have some indication for you. You know, summer is it's a beautiful time, right? Aesthetically, but it's a time, you know, when you're seeking warmth, when you're when outside the plants are not alive, they are, you know, it's kind of like a time of going in, right? And then the summer is a time of coming out, a time of the sun, the time of harvest, well, not harvest, but, you know, the time that you're seeing flowers bloom, when you want to be outside, when you want to be more open, when you just feel that passion of that, you know, for me, the Leo season, which is my birthday season. And it's just like, you know, we're in between that right now, right? We're kind of like coming out of this cold, even though we're already in spring and almost into summer. We're actually in spring, which is in between winter and summer, ironically. And so we're kind of in this transitional, what I'm getting intuitively is this transitional time on the journey where we've been through this time of not seeing growth, of going within, and we're kind of anticipating, you know, what we're gonna see in the summer, right? And I think summer is very significant for twins this year. I've been getting that a lot in my own personal journey, but also for the collective, because, you know, we're all connected. right now we're in the spring, so we're in that transitional period where we're integrating, where we're healing, where we're looking ahead and we're hoping for the future, but we're also trying to be present, right? And so this is calling you to be present. Focus on the cups that are still standing. Focus on what's ahead, because it's so, if you're doing the work right now and you're integrating and you're healing, it's going to be a time of the sun, of, you know, being outside, of enjoying the flowers, of, you know, connecting to the elementals again. So I was going to read this card from the book, even though I kind of got intuitively the message very clearly. And we have a lot of forces energy, a lot of water, a lot of emotions. Obviously, this is a twin flame reading. So it's very appropriate that we would be dealing with the emotional aspect of this connection and of this journey, right? And so this says, this is seasonal cycle card, reveals how to spend your energy at this time. This, and I think it's so interesting that it's springtime, which is not depicted here. It's like we're moving from the past into the future, right? So this seasonal cycle card reveals how best to spend your energy at this time. This beautiful sunlit sky of summer overlooks farmers working hard on their growing crops. Summer is a yang time of great activity, so this is your notice to get going. Action is an important part of this cycle, and it can take many forms. There may be something you can do to accelerate your professional life. This may also be the perfect time to take steps towards your personal goals, perhaps get more exercise, plan more social events, or start a fun activity you've been wanting to do, right? So again, and I wanted this twin flame reading this week to not focus so much on the dynamic, but to focus on our inner work, right? And on our outer projection of this inner work, right? So it's a perfect time to create a smiling, self-loving energy and project it outward into the world to see. Also, don't be surprised if a trip is coming your way. This card implies movement of some kind, so get ready. How awesome is that in the situation position, right? Akashically, movement is happening, you know, and the theme was focusing on our work, focusing on that master number 22 on our partnerships and alliances, on connecting to our ancestors, our angels, our, you know, everything that is moving us forward on this journey. And in the action, we got the Queen of Forces. And how interesting is that, right? It's like the divine feminine between two worlds, you know, the yin and the yang, right? The sun and the moon. This is the Queen of Cups in the regular tarot. You know, you have the power to integrate, right? You have the power to go into your emotional body and receive or project the balance that you have worked so hard to achieve. You know, whatever's going on in 3G within the connection, like, that's not what's to focus now. What's to focus and harness now is the Queen of Forces. You direct the path, you direct your emotions, and with that you set the intentions for the future, for this yin and yang, right? And I mean, I just love this card. It's so beautiful. So it says this card shows a woman balancing the energies of a sun in one hand and a moon in the other, with a river flowing beneath her feet. The Queen of Forces represents a woman who can help to bring greater balance to your life. If you're a masculine watching this can be your feminine or your feminine within. She brings an unusual combination of power and peace, creativity and receptivity in both energy and her support. Sometimes this card represents a person in your life, either you or another, coming into a phase of great power and an ability to sustain it with wonderful results. There is a gift of grace and serene understanding when this card is upright. It also brings new roles and opportunities. Careers in many of the sciences, global communication, nature, and energy may now be available to you. The Queen of Forces could also indicate the appearance of a possible love interest or an associate in business or in creative project who has powerful influence and connections for you or for another. It may be someone you know or somebody new. But when this card appears, there is a tender yet powerful support. During this time, choose to support yourself as well. You hold the forces of the sun, creativity, and moon, receptivity, and only you yourself can direct the energy of your eternal life, which is, I think, exactly the message that I was channeling, right? You hold the power. In the action space, it's saying you hold the power. You are the Queen of Forces. You are coming into balance. You are using the springtime to integrate the energies, this twin flame energy, the masculine and feminine energies within, and you are dictating how to move forward, right? And this can also obviously mean a love interest, of course, coming into balance within this connection, as this is twin flame, right? But this is also talking about standing in your power, and really cultivating this balance within, right? And that 2-2 on the bottom of the deck, you know, listen to your guidance, go within. You are really clairaudient at this time, and the veil is thin. And then for the outcome card, guys, I shit you not, I almost lost it when I saw this come out of the deck. Commitment, the One of Roses. I did not want to make this reading about focusing on the connection, guys, but it's necessary right now to surrender and detach. It's necessary to do the healing. It's necessary to come into power, because whether this commitment or these contracts that are, you know, it says contract there, whether this commitment is to your journey, to yourself, to your mission, to career, this is saying that the outcome is that you will get this commitment, this contract that you've so longed for, by coming into balance, by embodying that Queen of Forces, by doing the healing in the springtime, integrating what's happened in the winter when you went within, and then coming out in your power in the summer. And I'm really getting strong, and I usually don't do time frames, but you know, I really feel like, you know, this card is an indication that the summer is a time to thrive, and this is a time for healing and coming into balance, right, within, in this journey and individually in your power, which we all embody the masculine and feminine energies within anyways. So commit to yourself, stay committed to this journey. The outcome is full of flowers and roses and light and everything that you want it and that you've aspired to. If you do the work now in the spring, which is calling for you to do the work now, you surrender and you take the initiative to come into balance in the present moment, okay? Because that's the action position. So guys, what a beautiful Akashic Tarot reading here. You know, of course, I'm keeping it consistent with the whole concept that we are here to focus on our own journey and on what we can be healing at this time to propel us forward, both in the connection and in our soul missions and in our lives, right? So I got this new Vice Versa Tarot, and sometimes the reverse side, you know, it has a back and a front, isn't necessarily like the reverse meaning of the card. So I may have to read it if I don't know it. I have become somewhat familiar with the cards over the weekend, but I may have to if I'm called to, I will read the book on the reverse meaning as well. So here we go. So in the 3D, spirit guides, masculine and feminine collective, how are we, and I am going to separate the masculine and feminine energies, although if you're like me, you embody both. I am serving the masculine and the feminine template. You may also as well, so both will apply to you. You don't have to, or you can apply it to the outer connection, the outer manifestation of the twin flame journey or person, right? So let's get 3 cards here for the feminine energy in this journey, feminine in the 3D. One more card, please. One more card for what's happening. I got 3 cards. Okay. So bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Wands for the feminine energy. And I believe the back of this card, yeah, this is the back. So this is, you have the power, right? Look at this hawk here. You have the power, the wisdom. You are stepping into your light feminine energy. And you are holding that wand upright, ready to manifest everything that you want in this journey. And you're doing the work. That's what I'm getting from this. That's the theme for the feminine energy, right? And then in the situation card, we have the Fool. And the Fool card is, you know, in the situation is great. It's, you know, this new start, right? It's this new beginning. It's understanding that this journey is so much bigger than the physical incarnation of the energies. It's so much bigger than this life, right? And we're just so ready. The feminine energy is just so ready to leap forward and in purpose and in career and ready for the changes, right? And then that's what this, we're at that 0 point. And of course, today's a new moon. We're definitely at that 0 point. Set your intentions, right? And then in the action space, we got the 5 of Pentacles. So again, it is a time of change, a time of, maybe some of us on this journey are feeling doubtful. Maybe some of us are, you know, really contemplating, like this focusing on the physical, on the 3D, because these are 3D cards, have made us feel like we were left out in the cold, or asking us to really have faith in the unknown, right? Because what it looks like on the outside is that it's either not going anywhere, or you're being left out in the cold, or you know, maybe you're in this lack mentality, and it's calling for us to come out of that, right? Because in the outcome position, and I'm going to get a clarification. I'm going to get a clarification with the Mystic Moon Oracle on this Five of Pentacle energy, but I feel like what I was channeling was exactly, oh wow, guys. All right, well, I'm going to take those cards, and I suppose I'll take this as well. So if you're feeling this Five of Pentacles energy, what the action space is calling you to do, feminines or masculines who are embodying the feminine template as well, you know, call in your tribe so you don't feel like you're left out in the cold. I feel like in my own life, I've had friends come back from the past that are on this journey with me, and that we're really, really supporting each other. So this is a time of calling in your soul tribe, of, you know, instead of focusing on the relationship or on the connection, it's a time to focus on the people that are coming into your life, you know, your tribe, so that you don't feel like Five of Pentacles left out in the cold energy. You know, get out there. You know, your tribe is just migrating towards you. You just got to take the first steps, right? You're not left out in the cold. And then, you know, we asked for clarification on that Five of Pentacles. We got Divine Masculine, Action, Winter, and Twin Flame. And do you die that it says Winter when we got that Winter Summer card in the Akashic Tarot? So, you know, there may have been some, and then the Twin Flame card. Like, you can't make this shit up. Like, what's making you feel left out in the cold, feminine energy at this time? Well, you're at a crossroads in this journey. Because of maybe some action that your Divine Masculine took in the winter, or I'm going to take winter as not actual time frame, but as like a coldness. Maybe there's been some coldness within the Twin Flame connection with your Divine Masculine, or there was some action that he took, because this is clarifying the Five of Pentacles, that makes you feel like you were left in the cold. Again, the Winter card, Five of Pentacles, very similar energies. Because the Divine Masculine didn't take the action that you wanted, and what you got instead was this cold feeling, this left out in the cold within this Twin Flame connection. And just understand that, again, this is a time of healing. This is a time of calling in your soul tribe. And that, wow, 222 on the clock when I said that. So, you know, it's a time for the healing to be done within the Twin Flame connection, to heal whatever action or inaction was taken, or whatever whenever we felt that we were left out in a cold or abandoned, to heal these inner child issues, right? And strengthen this partnership and these masculine energies within, okay? Sorry, it's a little bit all over the place, but I was getting, you know, a few messages there, and I just wanted to be consistent with the theme of this reading, right? And then in the action space, we got the Seven of Wands, the Knight of Wands, or no, the Page of Wands. Is it Page or Knave of Wands? I'm not sure, but, and then the, you know, upright, the Ace of Swords. So what this is telling me is here that there is, you know, the outcome is that, you know, this is a spiritual journey. You know, we need to take on the spiritual perspective. We are being launched forward, you know, an inspired action to a truth for us on this journey at this time. And that's what it's calling to do. You know, you need to come to the truth of a situation in order to truly heal it. And that's what's happening with this Fool card in the situation. You know, we're launching ourselves forward on this journey. We're doing the healing. We're healing from, you know, whatever triggers have occurred in the physical with our counterparts, whatever action or inaction or coldness. This is part of the journey. This is part of calling in our soul tribes, of learning to rely, you know, or to be in communion with other people on this journey, because this is a collective journey, right? And so just take it for what it is. There is going to be a truth revealed to you. If you go within, the spiritual is going to reveal this truth to you. And then you'll be able to launch yourself forward in truth and based on that truth, right? So I'm going to put these cards aside here, and I'm going to do the same thing for the masculine energies. I hope that was helpful. The Twin Flame energy in the past week has really, it's caused triggers for a lot of people, and that feeling of being left out in the cold because the twin flame energy this week has been so strong. There's been a lot of that missing energy, a lot of that nostalgia, a lot of that melancholy, a lot of that missing that fire, that sacral energy. You know, we're definitely feeling the masculine energy, like feeling it in the 3D, and it's making us feel it even more on every you know, in every way, spiritually and emotionally. And so, you know, this is just healing, you know, this is sacral chakra healing, solar plexus healing, heart chakra healing that needs to occur. And I've been getting that crown activation, crown chakra activation energy as well. Like, it's coming from the higher. Go within so you can process this energy. Use that sacral energy, that sacral chakra energy, to propel you forward in your life purpose. I think that's one of the most important messages to take from this, with all this Wands energy, is to use this twin flame energy that is so active and alive right now to propel you forward in the things that make you feel passionate, regardless of whether you have it union in the physical or not. Or whether we're speaking of union within. Like, use this energy, use this time of healing, this time of transition, this void zone, this unknown territory, to really launch yourself forward like the Fool, with passion, right? And make sure that you're clearing your energies, and that you're, you know, dealing with the lower energies, clearing it, transmuting it, doing whatever you need to do in order to stay balanced, right? Within and incorporate and integrate these changes. So let's get some 3 cards for the masculine energy. One more card here. More card here for the outcome, for the masculine energies. Oh, whoa. So many cards. So we're going to take them. So for the situation card, we have the Page of Wands, or again, I don't know if it's the Knave of, of Swords. The Knave of Swords. And, you know, it's calling, the situation is that there's a truth here, and we got that in the feminine energies too. There's a truth here that the male energies are coming to. They I'm going to read this from the book only because I'm being called to. And so let me get here to this card. They have different meanings. Oh no, this is the King of Swords. It confused me because usually the King of Swords is sitting down. So this is the King of Swords. This is a man, a masculine in the situation, standing in his truth, right? And then it says, a king in full armor stands immovably in an arid landscape, his falcon at his feet. Unlike the knave, knight, and queen of swords, he is firmly grounded, not upheld by the winds and clouds. His sword is also grounded. His sword is also grounded. It points in the solid earth. A butterfly is emblemized on his breastplate. Oh wow, I didn't notice that. Look at that butterfly. And his purple clothes emphasizes his majesty. His expression speaks of wisdom as well as strength. This is a man who has learned how to master his temper through long years of self-discipline. He thinks things through rather than acting impulsively. He is well respected as someone who can always be trusted to tell the truth, whether it's what you want to hear or not. His idea of evil is to betray the trust of those who believed your word. He will never break an oath, and he is not likely to forgive an oath breaker. Yeah, so the masculine energy here is standing in his power, coming to his truth. The butterfly, you know, a symbol of transformation. The purple cloak, you know, stepping into that spiritual, you know, third chakra energy of knowing who he is, of not accepting anything less than the truth of who he is, whether that's going to benefit the connection in the 3D or not. He's standing in his truth, and that's divine masculine energy, right? And then in the action card, we got the King of Pentacles, and again, this is a man who is who is grounded, you see he looks purple, right? And this is the night sky. He's connected to the spiritual. He is awakening I'm getting with this card. He is, again, grounded. He is a king, you know, a lot of king energy here for the masculine energy, and that's really, really important. So they're doing right now the inner work to come to the truth of who they are, and ground their energies and really solidify and stabilize who they are in the 3D, because this is a 3D aspect, right? And this is really good energy, guys, for the masculine. And again, it was kind of like mirroring the feminine in that it's a time to ground our energies. It's a time to step into our truth, into our power, and to really manifest everything that we've set out with our intentions, right? And then in the outcome card, we have the 8 of Swords, which is woman tied up here in her head. Yeah, you know, because the masculine here is working on himself, you know, this may have the feminine energy a little bit, feeling like she's in her head, like there's no movement, she's kind of stuck. With the 4 of Pentacles, again, that same stuck energy with the feminine, the Judgment card, and the King and the Queen of Cups. So, you know, this is a time, although this may be how the masculine is viewing the feminine energy, you know, it's kind of a stuck situation, a little bit in his head about it, or this may be reflecting, if you embody both templates, the fact that this is you feeling this way, feminine. There is going to be a judgment day. There is going to, you know, the hawk, again, the sun, there's a rebirth in this connection, a new beginning, right? For the Queen of Cups, which is the one that holds the emotion, you know, and this rebirth in the masculine can also be him going within and embodying and balancing his female energies and how he feels about the feminine in the 3D, because it's 3D energies. And so this is really good stuff to be in the outcome, you know, you know, going from a feeling of being stuck, of being in lack, to rebirthing this connection and this love, whether it's within or without, right? And again, in order to do that, the masculine is alone at this time, focusing on coming to his truth and the truth of this journey for him, into his stability, and focusing on, you know, grounding his energies and stabilizing himself in the 3D, which is really, really important. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just clarify, even though those were all those cards there were kind of different energies in the outcome. So I'm going to ask for a clarification here with the Mystic Moon Oracle on these outcome energies. Are they two different situations? Are they the same? I feel like it's the same. Oh, wow, guys. Signs of a fresh start. So, yeah, so what this is saying is here, you know, we were in this energy of being stuck, or him feeling stuck about his feminine, a little bit of lack, you know, holding, and in the original tarot, he's holding these pentacles really close to his chest. And then, so it's what this is indicating with the Judgment and the Queen of Cups is that, you know, these are signs that there's a fresh start on this journey and in this connection for the masculine and the feminine energies, for that matter, right? And bottom of the deck, we got destruction. Yeah, the death of the old and incoming of the new, right? So let's see here. Let's clarify. What is this King of Swords? What is the truth that he's coming to terms with here? The masculine energy. What is the truth? The King of Swords here. Please clarify what truth the masculine is coming into terms with at this time. Yeah. Perfect. Wow, destruction again. and the answer is yes. So again, another sign from Spirit. You know, I'm channeling the correct message here. This is exactly what's occurring in this journey with the masculine energies. And when I asked for clarification on the King of Swords, we got family. So if there are some truths that the masculine is coming to terms with in reference to his family dynamic. Maybe he's a co-parent to his children. Maybe children were affecting the connection, or the divine feminine in all that was causing some truth that needed to be revealed. Or this could be the masculine energy realizing that the feminine is the family that he wants to have this family with the feminine, or that he needs to come to truth with the fact that, you know, there are some family issues that need to be healed at this time, and that's the truth that he's coming to. And then we got mirroring So again, if you're a balanced person, you're gonna be embodying these energies too. It resonates for me. We are marrying each other at this time, and I was saying that as I was doing this masculine energy. We are marrying each other at this time. The swan is a time of union as well as a sign of union. This is a cycle, the beginning, the end of an old cycle, the beginning of another, that's bringing understanding as to why things needed to be destroyed to be rebuilt, whether it be within this connection or within the family dynamic or whatever the case may be. This is what the King of Swords is about. It's bringing truth to this cycle, to this ending a new beginning, to this understanding, and to this family dynamic that this truth needed to be, you know, come to terms with in the physical, right? So let's get, I mean, I think that in the situation space, I mean, in the action space, the King of Pentacles is pretty obvious because it means that he's focusing on the material world, right? But let's just get some clarification here as to, and I saw the separation card in there. So, you know, if you are in separation, this is a sign that he is working. The masculine energy is asking you to work on grounding and stabilizing yourself in the physical, right? And to have patience because this takes time to embody that King of Pentacles energy and to be that grounded, you know? Whoa. Mute. Yeah, so also this may be a reason why, you know, you're not receiving communication because, again, he's focusing on his pentacles, on being grounded, on being abundant, and it's calling you to have patience with that, and maybe causing some grief for some feminines or masculines, the silence, but just know that there's a reason for all of this, and that the reason, you know, it's calling, the journey is calling for you to have faith and for each of us to be focusing on ourselves at this time, whether you're in union or not, you know, creating stability in the physical. And yeah, so this is part of the shadow work, right? This is part of the shadow work that we needed to go through in order to stabilize this connection, stabilize ourselves and our energies within, guys. So beautiful, right? And this is something that we're thinking about, something the masculine is thinking about at this time. Is this new beginning? Is that, you know, letting, you know, getting out of this sword energy with the feminine, this lack energy, and rebirthing this connection. And we're getting signs of this in the physical. So because we got that sign card, I'm being called now to use Mystic Moon's Oracle. Signs from Spirit Love Oracle. So I'd like to know, and this is what I'm going to ask in a second as I put these cards away, what signs are we getting in the physical? And this week I saw lots of rainbows, and I haven't seen rainbows in forever, but I saw them this week. So what signs are we getting in the physical that we're on the right path, that what motivation we'll be getting from Spirit? You know, you're on the right path, you're balancing the inner and outer masculine and feminine energies. What signs are we getting, Spirit? What messages from Spirit are we getting in the physical? Oh, wow, guys. Oh, wow is wow. Wow. I just got goosebumps, guys. Like, this wasn't even meant to be about this. But, you know, this is the journey. It's always going to bring us back to square one with everything. So on the bottom of the deck, we've got Pearl. So if you've been seeing pearls or clams, you know, we're discovering hidden knowledge. This is a time of uncovering hidden knowledge, of, you know, developing that pearl, right? The process of becoming a pearl is a process, and I don't know it, you know, scientifically, but I do know that it's a process, and then in the end you get this super valuable, beautiful pearl, an ornament, right? And that's what this journey is about, is uncovering that hidden knowledge. So pearls may be an indication of that, and you guys are gonna lose your shit. So what messages are we getting in the physical that we're on the right path? Well, you might be seeing their names, their initials, in the physical, and this is speaking of energy alignment. So if you're seeing their initials maybe next to yours, or if, you know, you're seeing names, the names on billboards, it's just a sign to you that your masculine or your feminine is aligning their energy to this journey and to their awakening and to this truth that we've been talking about, right? That's going to propel them forward. And this is the situation, you know, we're aligning our energy. And what's the action? Bridge and reconciliation, guys. I got chills when this card came out. So we are bridging, you know, realities here. We are bridging timelines. We are bridging reconciliation. If you've been seeing a lot of bridges, or you know, and the message from spirit is that they want you to know this energy alignment is meant and is a sign of reconciliation, and that it's safe for you to pass. Starfish, if you've been seeing the starfish, safe passage, you know, that you are safe on this journey, that you are safe here, that you are progressing, that you are protected, that you are loved, that you are aligning. Like, what a beautiful, beautiful message from spirit here on these signs. So just pay attention if you see pearls, if you see the person's name or initials, or bridges, or a starfish, is talking about this safe passage, this energy alignment into reconciliation, this hidden knowledge, this process, right? And then on the bottom of the deck underneath that was profound lessons are at hand, completion of a cycle is near. Like, how appropriate and how perfect is that, right? We are reaching the end of a cycle and the beginning of another, which is what all that death card energy in the beginning was about. So just to finish off this reading, I'm going to get, you know, a message from the angels and a message from the Keepers of the Light deck. So angels, what message do you have for us at this time regarding the twin flame journey and where we're at, and what empowering messages can we close out this reading with? Get one more here. Well, it gave me two. So bottom of the deck, Adriana, I am leading you toward the answer to your prayers. Please listen to and follow the steps I am communicating through your intuition, thoughts, and dreams. So again, the veil is thin. We're moving through. We're ending cycles. We also got Merlina, which is you are confused and indecisive because you do not have enough information. Do research or seek expert advice before making a decision. Yeah, so if you were thinking of opting out of this journey, what's funny here is that you see these, it's kind of like these twin images, right? Twin on this side, twin on this side, that magic in the Merlina in the middle, the yin and yang, the balancing of the energies, the dolphin may be a sign to you, and these angels on both sides, right? And it's like, this is all about bringing things into balance. You need to get out of that confused and indecisive energy and go within to balance your energies, right? Because this is a twin flame, literally twins on both sides, twin images. This is a twin flame connection. This is meant to grow you, to open you up to the higher. You need to get out of that indecisive lower chakra energy and into your knowing, right? Because everything is going to be okay. And it says, Desiree, no conditions aren't favorable right now. Wait or look into other options and ask the angels to help, guide, and comfort you. And again, to go back to the beginning of the reading where we got that summer, winter, Akasha card, we're in the spring. No, this is not a favorable time to be thinking about reunion, even though it is coming, even though we're getting signs of that here, that we're aligning our energy, but we need to align our energy in order to get to that, right? And it's about focusing on ourselves, keeping our energy clear, and protecting ourselves, right? And then we got Daniel, which I always get this card. I am the angel of marriage, and I am assisting you right now. So again, this is, you know, sacred union, sacred marriage. It's so much bigger than what the 3D looks like. This is a time of integrating, of healing, of coming into balance. And I'm just going to pull Keeper of the Light Oracle, and then I'm going to close out. What a beautiful message, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like a personal reading, I do life purpose, twin flame, regular general love readings, general career readings, whatever you are looking for. You know, I channel messages and connect on a higher level to bring you the information that is needed and that's sourced from the angels. And, you know, the higher is meaning to relate to you at this time and what you're aligning to, and any advice to move you forward. And also any healing. I also do healing readings if you want to focus on that. If you're a twin and that's what you want to focus on, not necessarily what your masculine is doing, but the healing, I also provide those readings as well. So they're generally, they can be half hour, hour and a half. It's $33 per question or per half hour. And I pull oracle cards, tarot, and channel messages because I tap into your energy before I actually pull any cards. All right, guys, so here we go. Wow, guys, amazing. So consistent with the energy. So Green Tara, Supreme Protection. Again, Eye of Horus over there was about the same. You are protected. Cords are being cut. Move beyond limitations and trust, guys. Trust that this is the journey that you're meant to be on and that you're on it for a reason. Then we got intervention and purpose, a divine director. Divine intervention is occurring. Know that you're being guided and happiness is your purpose. I love that. Then we got divine order. Do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding, right? Go within, connect to your knowing. 444 on the clock, you know. This is what's happening. We are entering a cosmic gateway. We are healing. We are integrating. We are ascending. We are protected, right? Your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring, guys. This is happening. You know, you're aligning your energy. You're reconciling with the past, the present, and the future. And this is safe passage, the end of a cycle. You are safe. So many, and that always happens when Spirit wants to bring a message forward. He will repeat the words over and over again. You know, cycles ending, protection, cosmic gateway, divine perception, divine intervention, divine purpose, divine order, right? This is what the energy for the new moon is. Set your intentions for the future. Focus on yourself. Focus on all the possibilities for the future, but do the healing and be present. And I'm wishing you guys so much love and light on this week and on this new moon. Again, if you want to reach me, my information will be below. Guys, take care. I hope this is a great week for you all. Know that you're protected and loved, okay? Take care.